X ages of this channel because honestly, I thought I was going to run out of bits 2 years ago. I've had my head to the grindstone figuring out how do I make this mess continue. And mate, the nugget dip is expanding in ways that you could only have dreamed of until this day because it's becoming a reality. And my goodness, is my right hand hurting for some reason. This nugget dip is going to expand. The nugget universe is getting gigantic. The cool nuggets on display today, there's no longer a bag for me to pull from. There's too many. Starting off classic and easy. What is this? Looks like a how my end. Looks like a bootleg Embro. Only the play and pause makes it that. It's a widescreen nugget. Is it called an element? Oh, there's a speaker in there. Oh, and an off button. That's the best one yet. Oh no, that's the power button. Look how sunk in and screwed up it is. Oh man, someone's really chewed away at that. This is going to be a struggle. Headphone jacks looks better than new iPhones. Oh, cardigan. Very good. Well, it doesn't say anything there, but I smell a microphone. Wait, no. Oh no, I think that's where the screws go, which someone has removed. Actually, yes, the screws. I mean, ew, is that the speaker? 400 milliamp hours. Well, I mean, it's not spicy. That's nice. There is like hot glue everywhere. Oh, there's always smaznug in things. They are everywhere. There's fingerprints all over it. Like, is that from the factory or someone else's grubby hands? Oh well. Mini USB, classic. Lucky I have a couple of those cables. Oh, it's not going back together. Oh no, the power button. Actually, no, that helps. We can actually get to the power button. Anyway, I'm gonna arm the nug. I'm arming the nug. Whoa! I saw. Oh, it's been absolutely kapowed. Oh no, we're gonna have to get the EPC. Just because the screen's cacked doesn't mean the music isn't still hiding on that. Seriously, cannot stand the EPC. But, oh, relics left there from previous me. Oh, that's nice. On the floor with you. We EPCing yet? Yes. I bought this mouse in 2007. Like, this is actually quite canon. Alright, let's plug in that nug. Oh man, this coil is killing me. Oh, is this it? Rock MP3! It's F. F is nothing. Okay. Well, why does it do that? Alright, properties. 1.8 gigs. So basically 2 gigs. That's very contemporary for the time. Seriously, is anyone's right hand killing at the moment? Oh, voice coming. Oh, this recordings, please don't just be butt dials. Oh no, we're gonna have to hear this out of the EPC. We're actually gonna plug into the desk and listen to it proper. Oh, is that it? No, come on, that's a butt dial. That's what that is. Let's do another door. They're always butt dials. What was that one? It's just, remember that one time there was a bunch of kids singing along to the radio and it was super wholesome and it was great? It's because that never happens. It's always this.
You guys hear me, Jones? Every time you run it, they bitch slap his ass.
Wait.
Funny as hell.
They're glossing.
Why did she was the cable? Marcus and Dory's going
It's just gossip. I'm so happy. It's gossip. That's hits good. Oh, that makes up for everything. We haven't even looked in the music yet. That was wunderbar. Oh, FM. Did they record the radio? Oh, gosh. Oh, there's half the gig on here. Oh, Akka, Blind Melon, Drowning Pool, Nickelback. Hey, where'd track 1 go? And 9 and 10. Alien Ant Farm isn't going to have the one song. Yet Smooth Criminal. Knew it. It's a damn good version, though. That's a heaps good cover of it. I loved it as a kid. Must be a lot of compilation CDs, because they kind of do this. We just get a few of the songs from an album. Oh, The Offspring! Smash! Oh, actually, Silverstein's heaps good. That's a good one. Unknown artist. Could be me. It's more Nickelback. What a wonderful start to the Nug Dip, even though I did have to use the EPC. All those treasures hiding inside of this. What happens when I unplug it? Okay, oh, it's gone. Ow, my hand hurts. Alright, second nug up. An iPod Classic. I did a big cleanup recently looking for all the stuff to make videos out of, and I found boxes of these from 2020 just stacked up. So we can at least look at some every nug dip. Honestly, it just might be a flat battery, and that's it. I just want to know if there's any music on it. Uh-oh. Its guts are incredibly loose sounding. This is Firewire. Way more power than USB, like super stinky. These tend to turn on even without a battery. And even if the guts are loose on the inside, I'm just going to plug it in and see what happens. Okay. Yep. Oh, I hear a drive. Oh, I heard the drive. Try again. Oh. Alright, let's see what the computer can do. Oh, wow, it won't even appear on the computer. I just stop trying. Let's have a look here. I'm butchering this so bad. I know someone's been in here. That's why it's rattling around so much. Huh? Come on. What you? Oh, hey, there's a piece of yellow glove in there. Who bit me? Come on out, you. Oh. Oh, no. There's no headphone jack. Ah, oh, junk. This was never gonna go. Oh, someone's been in here. That's not how you put that back. This one's major effed. I mean, can we even get it to boot up? I have a chungus stash of drives. These are newer ones. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, no. Newer ones. I'm gonna say newer. Wait, oh, Shred Pod! Wait, is that the original? Okay, might actually find Gears iPod in here. I did technically lose it. Okay, alright, that's correct. Oh, whoops. Where do you go first, buddy? Ooh, this drive's noisy. Oh, it's straight in! This is one of my administrator's iPod. No, I didn't put any of this on there. What? Oh, I mean, everything's content matched really bad that even if you sing along to music too well, you'll get content matched. It's so good. I love it. Okay, there's just Chinese music on this. Oh, there you go. This does work. Hang on, I ejected it. Can I keep playing with it? I can. Oh no, the lock's on. Oh, it's missing its lock. Hey, we got to see the music on it. Mission successful. Ah, my head hurts. Another exciting pivot in the nugget dip. We're moving into headphones. Oh, goodness me. Can you believe these were bought in a big bulk lot of other headphones of similar quality? Turtle Beach is one of those brands that is established and everywhere, but then with a name that's just like Turtle Beach? I guess so. It's kind of like, I don't know, it sounds like a brand name for like no-name stuff off AliExpress. Wow, it's got two dingle knobs to twiddle. What? I was going to say these ear cups, but I should say this ear cup is not doing well, but it's doing better than the other one. Or maybe the other one could see that this was a sinking ship in a bed and started a new life or something. Ooh, you can see the driver in there. Oh, it's had a whammy. What? USB-C? What? That's recent. Oh, of course. It's a gaming headset. Oh, sick. Hopefully I can yell into... Oh, dear. That's let go. Oh, look at the crumb situation on. Gross. Half dandruff. Oh, oof. No orcs in. No. So at least that's the whole thing goes. These have aged so poorly. Oh, look at it fall apart. Oh, seeing the end game for like a lot of low-tier stuff. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, these smell bad. Turtle Beach. Turtle Beach, mate. Well, got good news. That's it. When the bats go, the whole thing goes. So, what's he do about it? At least I've got all these drums. Oh, my eggs and sausage. I was really looking forward to yelling into that microphone. So, yeah, another pivot for the nugget dip. Iron microphones. Ancient ones. This is a real boring, dynamic microphone. The UDM226. I'm sure they just make those up. Look, it's still got its DP on it. Maybe this... now, you know it's not particularly great because you can't take the cable out. Like, The mic leads die all the time. You'd never want to tether it like this. All you got to do is run it over with your office chair once and you can just kill a cable. And so when this cable goes, this whole thing goes. But hey, it was bought in a bulk lot with those headphones, by the way. I mean, on-off switch, that's what you want at the wedding or bingo night. Oh, okay. I can. Hang on. Is this unscrew? Yes. All right. Yeah. That's real sellotape, that. I mean, it's still hooked up. That's pretty contemporary of microphones. I mean, if you're doing any vocal work, announcing weddings, recording in the studio, podcasting, literally anything, SM58 will do it. You can even put it up to, like, instruments, whatever. This one's got a switch as well. See, under the pop filter, which is what this is. So, it's pretty contemporary. Yeah. That's about right. They've been making these since the 60s, I believe. This one doesn't feel as nice. Oh, I like how stiff this lead is. Oh, that's how I got it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is it. Oh, yeah, this is the microphone. Wait. The on-off switch doesn't work. So this one time, mate, I got in trouble for stealing 17 hats from the local chemist, and like I do like community service, where I have to like service the community somehow. And then like they told me what I had to do, but like I wasn't paying attention because I'm like a smart guy, mate, and I figured I could come up with a good way to like support the. And like I learned about economies and how like one person's spending's another person's like income. Hey, and so I spent 3 weeks just eating chips at home. But like I bought the chips, mate, so like I'm like pitching into the economy and I'm like doing a community service. And like because of that, instead of like just washing cars for 2 weeks, I have to go to jail for 7 years. I'm surprised. I'll change all my equipment to gold rings. Tomorrow, not today. Oh, we've got to do a Bluetooth speaker. I think that's what this is. I mean, I see speakers, but are these like dancey lights? Fun lights? I hope so. Usually these have some battery on. Oh, it does! It does! It's got the same internals as every one of these. Your Bluetooth device is being connected. Got box in or your Bluetooth only? Box in? Ah, dungus. Oh, there it is. It's the 301.10. Oh, that's actually good. How good is that? I actually like that. I know it's not loud at all. I know it's a little low on battery, but still, like, normally electronic stuff like this with a lithium in it still outputs the same. It's
Enemy rocket into the AR. Stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Stay alive to keep the squad in the fight. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch them die. Get ready. They're redeploying. Incoming LDVR. Your squad is down. Stay alive to bring them back. You have reinforcements inbound. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Enemy soldier incoming. Precision airstrike standing by. Enemy counter UAV inbound. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Counter UAV inbound. Be advised, you still have squad mates outside the safe zone. You have reinforcements inbound. Hostile UAV in the area. You've got a loadout drop inbound. Your objective's simple. Eliminate all bounty targets. Enemy dropping into the AO. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
Copy. Longbow 3-1 on approach. Strike inbound. Shot missed. No join.
Enemy UAV over. You're the last one standing, soldier. Survive until your squad can redeploy. Target down. Marking the rest of them. Counter UAV inbound. returning you to the front. Earn this. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. It's all on you. Stay alive so your squad can redeploy. Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated. Gas is moving. Time for vengeance. You're redeploying. Enemy UAV is online. You have reinforcements inbound. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. 9 left. Keep the pressure on. Down to you, soldier. Stay sharp. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Fire sale is active. 5 section prices are adjusted. Enemy counter UAV inbound. Resurgence window is ending. Watch your 6. Back on station. Go get after it. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Enemy advanced UAV is active. Head to the safe zone. You've got gas moving in. Fire sale's over. Adjusting prices. Contract failed. The objective's been lost.
Counter UAV available for tasking.
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. Hostile UAV in the area.
Focus is in position, deploying ECM.
Supply crates have been restocked. Load up. Loadout drop headed your way. You're being tracked by an enemy squad. Evade and survive.
Whoa, who put me in a gun?
Your counter UAV has been destroyed.
Help over here.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I'm so glad I don't have to run in here. That's all you. You just carry me around.
Get to the safe zone. Gas is closing in. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy soldier incoming.
UAV standing by.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Visa timeline expired. UAV exiting the AO.
Contract was compromised. Stand down. You're losing ground. Move it. Only 4 remain. Finish the job. 5 squads still operational in the AO. You're in the top 3. Don't let up now. Enemy dropping into the AO. Use this time to start.
Like there is a lot of stuff that has nothing to do with other things, but yet I don't see. Because it comes on this place here. On this ancient creative nomad mystery, like the newest before, oil this looks still. I believe Santa actually made this unit instead of slap their branding on it. Back when the dot was bigger than the gun. Well, don't mind me while I glove up, mate. Today's a special day, which is basically a nugget clearance special. I have so many stinking nuggets that I collected back in like 2020. I believe nearly all of these are brand new for box. Nuggets like Jimmy back to where it was. And this is the Snaznon Nugget Phone. Samsung's king for bloatware. We might have stolen enough of them to NBC to bring it to us. So this first one is from 2001. That's when the iPod first ever came out. Reeking of the times. More like 30 years stinking Tonka tough looking logo here. Whoa, it does USB. I mean, yeah, USB was the selling point at this point. And Samsung microphone goes, yeah, this is it. The Samsung, yeah, MP3 digital file playback, wow. 30 dimensional mix, my goodness. expansion slot. Ning means equalizer, or means like have base or not have base. Remote control. Remote music, that was like a pretty big deal. I mean, I loved my first MP3 player. It had a Hotel California on it. So I had something to listen to in the car over the trip down with Black Eyed Peas being around. Oh, great, comes with it. Yeah, remote controller, earphones, what it comes with? Software, heated PC, you're going to get free, and a belt clip. Jeez, mate, we're going to need 133 megahertz to run this now. I do like external remote. That's anytime and anywhere. You has no good parts, so there's no skips, bumps, or jitters. Yeah, that's because everyone was still using a Discman, and things are like this to rip CD tracks. Yeah, rip CDs, huh?
What's up, everybody? If you've been watching the channel for a while, you guys know that I love to do follow-up on people that have been featured on the channel in the past. And today's one of those videos. We'll be following up on the recent streamers Wolfie Coletti and Heston James. Now let's start with Wolfie Coletti. If you've been watching the channel for some time, I'm sure you know that's the guy that sprayed the bug spray on the vegetables. He got sentenced to a year in jail. Well, it turns out that he's already out of jail. Yes, you heard that right. So one of you guys sent me this on Discord, and it's from him on Instagram posting a picture where he has food in his mouth. I don't know why people would want to see a picture like that.
Hostile UAV in the area.
And he's like, bitch, we back. And that was about a week ago. People are saying, yes, the GOAT, and let's go. They must be some brain dead 12-year-olds or something like that. There's no other explanation. No grown adult would watch this garbage. And when I saw that, I was really puzzled and flabbergasted because, first of all, I'm kind of surprised that he's already out of jail. I thought he was sentenced to a whole year. And second of all, doesn't he have probation conditions? Isn't this guy supposed to stay away from social media for a while? So I tried to look back at the article or the newspaper, and this is the exact wording that they had to say about the condition.
And the judge sentenced him to 1 year in prison, followed by 3 years supervised probation. She also said for those stores that were damaged, they can ask for restitution.
Do not return to any Walmart. Don't return to any Bosa Donuts.
The judge also imposed computer usage restrictions and also required Smith be screened for mental health.
So that's the only info that was available at the time. Computer usage restrictions. What does that mean? Because that is incredibly wrong. This guy was addicted to cloud and he was terrorizing people for money. It would make sense to ban him from using social media for a little while after his release. But apparently, he doesn't give a shit about that because he started a Twitch channel where he's going to be doing IRL news streaming once again. As you can see here, he already has 175 followers on Twitch, and I'm going to read the description verbatim. It says, "New era. Welcome, my Wolfies. Dreams are getting ready and loaded. IRL streams are to be soon. Be patient." So unfortunately, he did lose his time in prison to learn English better and to educate himself. That is truly unfortunate. So at this point, I was still very confused as to why the hell is he out and what are his conditions. So I reached out to my contact, Andre Sloan, who is a retired police officer, and this is what he had to say. Is that he was sentenced to a year for spraying poison on food with credit for 183 days. And I know he stayed in prison about an extra month, so he must have had the rest suspended for about 150 days. On top of that, his second case for criminal damage and solicitation and burglary, he was only given 3 years probation, but the court website doesn't list any conditions. So at this moment, unfortunately, we don't have confirmation of what's on that list of probation conditions, and I don't have the phone number to his parole or probation officer. But one thing's for sure, the judge did impose restrictions on computer usage, and he's already back on social media planning his next big wave of nuisance streams. So he might have violated it. I'm going to do more research and I'll keep you guys updated. But honestly, this needs to be looked in further. Because just the fact that this guy's out of jail already after only 6 months is completely ridiculous and is a travesty of justice. This guy could have seriously killed people. He terrorized so many employees that are working at McDonald's stores, people in malls. He is just a complete worthless scumbag, and he needs to be put back. So I will look into it further. If you have any additional information on his probation conditions, please let me know in Discord or by email. And let's talk about the second topic now. Heston James is an unemployed loser that was dropped on his head when he was a child, and since then he has never provided anything to society. He's just a useless prankster that was recently arrested for multiple charges. I believe it was 13. He's facing up to 9 years in prison. And now we have access to his first appearance in court. Take a look at this.
Please have your name and date of birth.
Heston Cobb, 5/10/2001.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cobb. And, all right, Mr. Cobb, you are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 1 count of burglary, a Class 4 felony, 2 counts of criminal impersonation, Class 6 felony, 5 counts of disorderly conduct, all Class 1 misdemeanors, and 5 counts of criminal trespassing, all Class 3 misdemeanors.
So I just want to point out that this is huge. This is a whole army of charges. 13 charges with multiple felonies and even the Class 1 misdemeanors that still carry a significant amount of time in jail. This guy is facing more charges than Johnny Somali, believe it or not. This is looking really bad for him, and I'm happy that the prosecutors and the police in Arizona are taking this seriously. Now, what needs to happen this time is that the judge needs to give a significant sentence.
Based on my review of the information contained in the Form 4 in this case, I am inclined to find probable cause to support these allegations. Before I officially do that, Mr. Romero, is there any argument that you wish to make or information you wish me to consider in regards to probable cause? We'll get to release in a minute.
Yes, Your Honor. I was just recently detained in the past hour. I have been reading through Form 4. The only argument I would make is the lack of sufficient evidence to find probable cause for these charges.
Lack of evidence? Are you serious, my dude? Holy shit, this guy is broadcasting his crimes on the internet. I would say there's an overload of evidence. You can see him impersonating employees, shutting down entire stores. What are you smoking? And that's what I'm saying. Defense attorneys, they operate on another level. I could never be able to spew that much bullshit and keep a straight face. You gotta give credit to them.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Romero. Ms. Gaunt, counter argument, counter response, anything the state wishes me to consider in regards to probable cause. Mr. Cobb, you're free to keep your attention up here.
Thanks, Your Honor. I think that this is a pretty extensive and comprehensive Form 4. It has the information regarding how they were able to identify Mr. Cobb as the suspect. There's information regarding all of the locations and the offense dates and the activities that.
Can you hear us now?
I can, yes.
Okay, very good. Nobody move. Okay, my apologies for that. I don't know where we lost you, so let me get back to what I was saying. I was explaining that for purposes of this hearing, I reviewed the factual allegations provided by law enforcement in the Form 4, and I assume for this hearing that those factual allegations are true. I hear Mr. Romero's argument based on a lack of evidence. I don't discount that argument, but evidence and support for those factual allegations is something that is built over time before trial. So for purposes of this hearing, I am finding probable cause to support those allegations. I do note that Mr. Romero's notice of appearance was limited for purposes of this. Oh wait, I might be lying about that. Let me double check it real quick. Okay, I was wrong about that. So Mr. Romero's notice of appearance is whole. It is a complete notice of appearance from this from this case going forward. So, Mr. Cobb, I am not going to make a finding of indigency, which means you are not going to get a court-appointed lawyer. Mr. Romero will continue to represent you throughout these proceedings. Your next court hearings will be a status conference July 30th and then a preliminary hearing August 1st. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown.
So here's the thing. These guys are such parasites on society that right now he is costing the taxpayers of Arizona money for his lawyer. This guy is making a lot of money with his bullshit criminal activity on TikTok. He should pay for his own damn lawyer. Why the hell would the taxpayers have to flip the bill for a scumbag like this that wants to commit monetized crimes on TikTok? It's complete nonsense. And that's what I'm saying. These guys are leeches every single step of the way.
Before I consider or impose release conditions, I will ask both lawyers for their argument and recommendation regarding release. I will do that starting with the state. Ms. Longfield.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state's asking for a $25,000 secured appearance bond. Mr. Cobb allegedly disrupted several businesses over the course of several months, so there were multiple offense dates. He caused extreme disruption to the businesses. The employees were very fearful of what was happening. And it wasn't just Mr. Cobb, it was Mr. Cobb and at least 15 or 20 individuals on each
You want her to be like, yo, motherfucker, I was going through it.
These businesses and harassing the employees. All of these allegedly.
And she probably wakes up and she's like, this motherfucker woke me up again. I was sleeping.
It's believed that this was some kind of social media prank. However, it was
the dream wasn't about him waking me up, and it came true.
Both to the people coming in to use the businesses as well as the employer and the employees that were present. Given all of that, additionally, it doesn't appear that Mr. Cobb provided the court with a local resident. So the court, or excuse me, so the state is concerned about that as well. Given all of that, we believe that that bond request is appropriate. Thank you.
And $25,000 is low when you really think of the amount of time he's facing behind bars. This guy is facing 9 years behind bars for all these felonies and misdemeanors. I think that $250,000 would be a lot more appropriate. But this guy probably has a bunch of money. He could flee the state. We don't know if he's able to go live in another state and be able to survive there or even continue his crimes there. So I think a $250,000 would be a lot more appropriate. Now, I'm sure the defense attorney is going to spew a bunch of nonsense, try to convince the judge otherwise, but let's listen in.
Thank you, Ms. Dawn. Okay, Mr. Romero, response, counter argument, recommendation regarding release.
Yes, Your Honor. We'd like to request a release on own recognizance. Mr. Cobb is 24 years old, does not have any prior felony criminal history from my understanding. Looking at Form 4, the only prior criminal conviction is a failure to obey. So my understanding is he doesn't have any prior violent criminal history, and he would not pose a risk to persons in the community if he were to be released on own recognizance.
Okay, thank you very much. And Mr. Romero, do you know whether your client has Arizona ties? Is he a resident of Arizona?
Your Honor, I do not know the extent of his living situation. My understanding is that he would be able to find housing and a place to live. I have spoken with his mother as well on the case, and she will be assisting in making sure that Mr. Cobb has a place to live, is not living on the streets, and is able to attend his future court hearings.
And do you know whether mom resides in Arizona?
I can't confirm.
Mr. Romero, do you object to me asking your client if he lives in Arizona?
I do not object, Your Honor. I just asked my client only asked to answer the question asked.
Okay, Mr. Romero, I'm going to ask you if you reside in Arizona, and I think your lawyer is asking you to please answer yes or no only. Do you reside in Arizona?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I was just looking to see if we had a local address, but it looks like we don't. It looks like the state is correct that the court does not have a local address. So what I will ask Mr. Cobb is, it sounds like you do reside in Arizona. What I will ask is that you provide your address to the extent you haven't already given it to the court to your lawyer, so your lawyer can provide that information to the court going forward. Okay, did you have anything else on release, Mr. Romero? I'm sorry if I cut you off.
No, just that, Your Honor, that we asked for on your cognizance release with child services as well. Again, Mr. Cobb has family support, financial support to his mother, and I do not anticipate a situation where he would be without a place to live if he were to be released.
This lawyer is trying to make such a sob story that don't worry, he won't be homeless. Who gives a fuck about that? This guy is a total degenerate. He's facing 9 years in prison. He needs to have a significant bond, or else this guy can just fuck off and do that in another state. Like, what is going on here? Anyways, let's hear what the judge has to say. I sure hope he's not going to give him a PR bond, because that would be ridiculous.
Okay, understood. Thank you very much, Mr. Romero. Okay, Mr. Cobb, I do have substantial concerns about the underlying factual allegations and the disruption that they caused to local businesses during operation hours. I definitely slightly the state's statement that at least according to the Form 4, not only were employees of these businesses fearful for their safety, so were the patrons of those businesses. And I do believe that people working at their normal jobs, and certainly people patronizing businesses in our community, are entitled to feel safe when they're doing that. So because of that, I do have some concerns that you pose a safety risk to the general public. As a result of that, I am going to impose a $15,000 secured appearance bond. If that bond is posted, you will be released from custody. You will then be responsible for getting yourself to all of your court hearings. Regardless of whether you post that bond, you will be ordered not to return to the scene where any of these alleged offenses took place. You cannot have contact with any complainants or witnesses. You are also prohibited from having contact with any alleged co-defendants. That means any of the alleged 10 to 20 other people that were involved in these allegations, no contact with any of those people. If you're released from custody, you're also ordered not to possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription.
So at least she gave him a real bond, but it is kind of low at 15 grand. But you know what I find really funny is those 10 to 20 other scumbags, those guys are probably going to face similar charges, and they most likely got paid peanuts. Keep in mind, TikTok doesn't pay that much, and this guy, being the scumbag that he is, probably hoarded most of that money. So these participants that helped with his criminal raid of businesses are most likely going to face charges over a couple cents, which is hilarious. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 85,000 subs. We're getting pretty damn close. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Suspects think they're being sneaky, but if they had working brain cells...
Talk about the CoffeeZilla situation. Basically, he made a video titled "YouTuber Proves People Are Lazy with Day Trading," and he was calling out a 10 million sub YouTuber, Whistling Diesel, for promoting an extremely shady day trading guru named Alex, who was selling a $1,500 course. Now, the video he's talking about is this one. Whistling Diesel tries day trading and nobody likes it. Now, funny thing is this video is actually originally titled "Turning 10K into 1 million to Prove People Are Lazy," episode 1. So you can probably guess why he changed that. So anyways, Whistling Diesel responded in a community post and some comments calling Coffee dumb for exposing him. Basically said that he did get the joke and that his entire brand is like sarcasm and satire. So Coffee made a follow-up video exposing him again called "You're Not the Brightest Bulb, Are You?" which is basically what Whistling Diesel said to him. And that finally brings us to today, where Whistling Diesel has finally responded in a video called "YouTuber Calls Me a Scammer but Embarrasses himself instead. And this might be the single worst response I've seen in a while. Future Petties is here, and he released a response video as I was recording, so we're gonna check that out as well. So we're gonna go over the entire situation right from the start, take a look at this absolute clown, subscribe or you become an absolute pathetic worm like this guy. So let's start with this video by CoffeeZilla.
This YouTuber tried proving people are lazy by turning $10,000 into $1 million, but he accidentally ended up embarrassing himself instead and promoted a guru who we're going to be exposing today.
We could be doing hard labor, but instead the idea is mentality, success, and money.
The YouTuber is Whistling Diesel. He has 10 million subscribers, and his name is Cody.
Alex is one of the world's top leading day traders. We're going to turn $10,000 into $1 million in one day.
Yeah, definitely not suspicious, guys. $10K to $1 million in one day. And interestingly enough, this Alex guy's course is only $1,500. So I don't know if I'm an idiot, guys, but it looks like I can just pay this Alex guy $1,500 and just get a bajillion dollars in profit using his absolutely masterminded day trading techniques. I mean, it makes sense to me. Dude, there's already tons of red flags here. In my opinion, of course, day trading in most cases is basically just gambling. I mean, it's very, very rare to actually consistently make profits long term. I mean, you hear about literal pros even losing money all the time. And I feel like when you hear something like this, you always need to have your alarm bells up because I feel like most of the time you're better off just investing in index funds or ETFs and just holding long term. You're going to make much better profit than trying to game the system or whatever, which is most likely not going to work. So then Coffee talks about the setup. Basically, Whistling Diesel has this character of being this jokester idiot, right? The only problem here is that the guy who's with him, Alex, is a legit fucking shady dude selling this very shady course. So you can't really hand wave this as, oh, I'm just joking, guys, while letting this guy basically promote his stuff to all of your followers.
Cody Whistling Diesel plays this jokester who doesn't know anything, and then we have Alex. He's presented as our guru, one of the top day traders of the world.
Alex is the world's expert trader, world's top leading day trader.
These guys are selling something, or at least Alex is. He's an expert who sells a course for $1,500 to teach people trading, which makes all of this pretty weird. But then Alex makes a pretty interesting admission about the whole experiment.
I was actually interested in taking this trade before you pulled up. You would have opted cool thing right?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow, turns out you're just coin flipping shit. Who would have thought? Now, you'll see later the defense this Diesel guy actually uses. He basically says that, hey, I put up like 10 grand and he made me more money, so he's definitely a legit bro. Meanwhile, he literally just admitted that he could have lost it all. This is just so idiotic. Then he talks about Diesel's philosophy. He seems to think that poor people are just poor because they're not like trying hard enough, they're not taking enough risks. And you can be rich like Diesel here if you just use your genius brain, of course, if you just take more risks. And he basically tries to hide it behind, I'm just trolling, guys, but behind the scenes he secretly tries to justify it and shows that he actually does believe this stuff.
So we're going to cut and we're going to come back in 2 hours when this trade is 5 times the value. He's going to let me borrow the Porsche and we're going to have fun for a little bit while we're letting our money stack. We could be doing hard labor, but instead the idea is mentality, success, and money.
So, in a quest to prove people hate money and are lazy, Cody shows up, nearly loses everything, makes one trade, and then takes a 2-hour break to drive supercars. Wasn't this whole video about hard labor and why people are lazy? Now it's about supercars and letting your money stack? Let's be honest, you need something before you can let your money stack. You need money. This is all starting to feel like an advertisement for Alex the Forex Guru.
Where are we at?
So we were up
We're at 89,000.
We're 90,000 now.
We're at 90. Oh, we're at 90.
No, but we were at, so I was
91, 92. So should we pull out it up?
No, this is going to go more than 100.
Really?
Yeah, this is probably going to be like 400 grand. Oh. No, for sure, 100%. But it's going to take 2 to 3 days to get.
Wow, we're gonna make so much money, guys. It's gonna go to 400 grand. Wow. How do I know this? Well, you gotta find out in my $1,500 course, of course. Dude, you gotta realize that not everyone can just risk money like this. Like, if Diesel here loses his 10 grand, it's all roses and daisies. But the average person does not have an extra 10 grand to lose. Anyways, then Coffee just straight up asked him, was this an ad for Alex? Because it really did seem like that.
Now, I reached out to Whistling Diesel and asked him point blank if this entirely was an ad, but he insisted it wasn't. According to him, he was paid nothing except his profits. Alex, for his part, said the exact same thing. Although he did admit that he has paid influencers in the past to collaborate, like Steve will do it. He also got Aiden Ross to give him an interview in exchange for using his Bugatti.
It's never too late to try something new. You know, you have college, you have 9 to 5s, they're always around, they're always there. They're not going anywhere. People need workers. Just try something new. Try flipping the switch here. Try do something you believe in yourself with.
Bro, this fucking Aiden Ross, bro, he's such a tool, man. All these mother flippers just want quick money. It's crazy. We got Flippin' Hustlers University 2.0 here. Now, I mean, fine to believe that this diesel guy wasn't actually paid for this technically, but who knows if he maybe
What?
wouldn't have made the video if he didn't actually make money.
Har is some kind of a pedophile. That is not the case. He's not refusing to call this stuff out.
You believe it's on the parents, but here's the thing, man. Parents cannot be around their kid 24/7, 365. So, I mean, how do you verify you're over 18 without like a proper state ID? And then people was probably gonna just get fake IDs so they can do whatever.
Not because he secretly condones it. He is simple idea that I'm going to expose Mr. Har as some kind of a pedophile. That is not the case. He's not refusing to call this stuff out because he secretly condones it. He is simply just that much of a total bitch, afraid of any controversy, with a chance it might stain his reputation. A worthless, spineless pushover. Somehow, his actions in this situation were even more pathetic than pretending to be freaking trying to make real
People right here, women like her, are a bigger threat to America than Hamas is. Get ready.
I've had it with white people that triple trumped, that have the nerve and the audacity to walk into a Mexican restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant, go to perhaps their gay hairdresser. I don't think you should be able...
What about the Mexicans and Chinese that voted for Trump? Should they be ashamed to go? Should they also be ashamed?
And if you want to triple trump, if you want to browbeat DEI, if you want to browbeat gay people, and you want to browbeat black people, as you've been doing for 400 years, and you want to browbeat this generation of immigrants, you want to demonize them and call them rapists, all this shit.
This is a big issue that I think a lot of these liberal people run into. This is what these Karens do. The muddying of the waters between immigrants and the illegal aliens in the country. I think they're doing so much damage to illegal immigrants. Races and people are not a collective identity. They're not monoliths. It's actually the most patronizing form of racism that you can have. Because you're this skin color, or because you have this ethnicity or sexuality, then you have to also have all these other viewpoints as well.
I have fucking had it from top to bottom. White people that triple trump should be banned, boycotted from enjoying the best thing that America has to offer. Get your fat asses out of the Mexican restaurant. Get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel. Your butt wants to see your fucking smug ass, teeny-weeny, pink-arm, big gut.
Are you really one of the ways people look? I bet you probably had surgery.
Nobody wants to see that shit. No one.
No, this is just another episode of Host Mad. Women like her are a bigger threat to America than Hamas is. Because these people will import millions of people that are murderers and rapists because they think that they're doing a good thing and that they're a good person. Yeah, it's always interesting watching white women talking about who should and shouldn't go to places that belong to other racial groups without asking people of those racial groups. Sorry, Mexicans. Sorry, Chinese. Karen decided that white people can't go to your store anymore. Jesus Christ, what an obnoxious fucking bitch.
Guys, this might come as a shock, but this woman is actually an avid watcher of the second biggest political streamer on Twitch.
These fellows engage in major indoctrination of young minds. And I appreciate it so much.
You think the Houthis Ansar Allah is doing what Luffy would do? I believe what the Houthis are doing is a good thing. 10 toes fucking down.
I think it's incredibly helpful what you all do.
People right here, women like her, are a bigger threat to America than Hamas is. Get ready.
I've had it with white people that triple trumped, that have the nerve and the audacity to walk into a Mexican restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant, go to perhaps their gay hairdresser, I don't think you should be able.
What about the Mexicans and the Chinese that voted for Trump? Should they be ashamed to go? Should they also be ashamed?
And if you want to triple Trump, and you want to browbeat DEI, and you want to browbeat gay people, and you want to browbeat black people, as you've been doing for 400 years, and you want to browbeat this generation of immigrants, you want to demonize them and call them rapists, all this shit.
This is a big issue that I think a lot of these liberal people run into, and this is what these Karens do. The muddying of the waters between immigrants and the illegal aliens in the country. I think they're doing so much damage to legal immigrants. Races of people are not a collective identity group. They're not monoliths. It's actually the most dehumanizing form of racism that you can have. Because you're this or because you have this sexuality, then you have to also have all these other viewpoints as well.
I have fucking had it from top to bottom. White people that triple Trump should be banned, boycotted from enjoying the best thing that America has to offer. Get your fat asses out of the Mexican restaurant and get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel, because nobody wants to see your fucking smug ass, pink arm, big gut.
Are you really on the way that people look? I bet you probably have certain.
Nobody wants to see that shit. No one.
Nah, this is just another episode of Host Mad. Women like her are a bigger threat to America than Hamas is. Because these people will import millions of people that are murderers and rapists because they think that they're doing a good thing and that they're a good person. Yeah, it's always interesting watching white women talking about who should and shouldn't go to places that belong to other racial groups without asking people of those racial groups. Sorry, Mexicans. Sorry, Chinese. Karen decided that white people can't go to your store anymore. Jesus Christ, what an obnoxious fucking bitch.
Guys, this might come as a shock, but this woman is actually an avid watcher of the second biggest political streamer on Twitch.
These fellows engage in major indoctrination of young minds, and I appreciate it so much.
This is a music video, son. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. I believe what the Houthis are doing is a good thing. 10 toes fucking down.
I think it's incredibly hurtful what you are.
Your eyes. And you probably felt the same way when you saw the running length of this video. That's right, we've got an entire hour of some of the most shocking, unexpected humorous clips ever featured on Akimbo. So just kick back, relax, and get ready to completely disbelieve what your senses are telling you. What? Just a wolf pack chasing an elk in the middle of the night.
You have reinforcements inbound.
A better security system than any car alarm. Is this more skill or trust-based? If you thought jumping off a swimming pool, just wait.
Your squad mate is
If she asked you to kiss her, where the heck would you do it? Before being a cement truck driver, he was a Formula One racer. Well, somebody's on the wrong side of the road. It's true what they say, high comes before a fall.
Marking card completed.
Here's an idea of why chivalry just doesn't work. How did this happen? In a flying car?
Get ready, you're redeploying.
Washing plates like a magician shuffles cars.
You have reinforcements inbound. Enemy counter UAV inbound.
This enables a normal man to bend iron bars like a Superman. here's an expert who's part scaffolder and part pole dancer. When a terrifying predator meets its domesticated match.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
A horse that's clearly had enough of this goat's crap. The Robin Hood of balloons. Magic levels of precision and an outfit to match. And this is just them messing about for the camera. Imagine if they were serious.
Prices have been reduced. Hostile UAV in the area.
Imagine how big that was when the toilet paper was still on it.
Enemy UAV is online. Enemy UAV overhead.
This doesn't look like a place that has the facilities to deal with this.
Enemy deployed an advanced UAV.
Any real beer fans might want to avert their eyes. Unless you feel like you want to cry a little. Even out on the water, you're never safe from a potential mugging.
Head to the buy station before time runs out to get a discounted item.
Does this guy not realize there's a clear sheet of glass on the back of his car? And if he does, then why isn't he looking through it?
Enemy UAV is online.
For years, many good people had been driven to insanity by this problem. And then one day...
Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile UAV
who needs a
in the
conveyor belt?
Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal.
A 1,000 IQ use for a massaging gun. This rabbit is a master of escape.
Enemy dropping into the AO. The enemy lost track of you. Good work down there.
This herd of buffalo have clearly just realized there are far more of them.
Quite great to restock. Advise you to load up now.
We all played elephant basketball when we were younger, right? This guy is about to demonstrate his ankle lock strength. Pick your opponents wisely, people. They're not only perfectly in sync, they're brothers. When an excavator makes a desperate bid for freedom.
One's in the safe zone. Gas is closing in. Enemy soldier incoming.
Yeah, that should definitely be with the vehicle. Hey, how about some consideration for all the hard work that... No? Okay then. Somehow the guards are pretty independent and don't need you to tell them where to go. Sometimes they just want to go for a swim.
Last one standing.
First, it looks like road rage, but then the truck just doesn't stop. A gadget for concrete stamping, which is satisfying. guess what? You've been peeling garlic wrong your entire life. Not quite the simple snack he was banking.
People right here, women like her, are a bigger threat to America than Hamas is. Get ready.
I've had it with white people that triple trumped, that have the nerve and the audacity to walk into a Mexican restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant, go to perhaps their gay hairdresser. I don't think you should be able.
What about the Mexicans and the Chinese that voted for Trump? Should they be ashamed to go? Should they also be ashamed?
And if you want to triple Trump and you want to browbeat DEI, and you want to browbeat gay people, and you want to browbeat black people as you've been doing for 400 years, and you want to browbeat this generation of immigrants, you want to demonize them and call them rapists, all this shit.
This is a big issue that I think a lot of these liberal people run into, and this is what these Karens do. The muddying.
Transparency, but I just say, Maria, I laugh at the Democrats who are now all of a sudden so interested in the Epstein files. For 4 years, Joe Biden and the Democrats did absolutely nothing about this story. We know that Jeffrey Epstein had a lot of connections with left-wing politicians and left-wing billionaires, and now President Trump has demanded full transparency from this, and yet somehow the Democrats are attacking him and not the Biden administration, which did nothing for 4 years.
Was it the right move for Comer to send subpoenas to the Clintons?
It absolutely was, and it drives home how, while the Democrats have tried to make this Epstein thing about anything but, the fact that Democrat billionaires and Democrat political leaders went to Epstein Island all the time.
Enemies are dropping into the
Who knows
area.
what they did? It's totally reasonable to ask this question. And we saw in the House as they are trying to investigate all of the things related to this particular case. I know a lot of them know why answers. I still know why answers. The other things going on in the House is they're doing a lot of them. And of course, you know that Clinton or allegedly went to the island 28 times. Totally appropriate to tell you that.
Yeah, I'm sure J.D. Vance is, quote, laughing at the Democrats and Trump and the rest of the cabinet trying desperately
There wasn't
figure out
anything in it.
to make it stop Donald Trump's involvement with Democrats go away. I'm sure they're sitting around fist pumping that they really got one over on the left as the entire world watches the most political cover-up in history. Vance goes on to say here that for years, Democrats and Biden have been really about this story. And look, he's right. This was not a big issue on the left. I myself was not very interested in the Epstein stuff until I started to see the world's most obvious and transparent cover-up take place. Until I watched Pam Bondi say that one day the files were on her desk, and then suddenly the next day they weren't. Until I watched Trump throw every distraction under the sun in front of us to avoid even having to discuss Epstein. So even if you were particularly moved by the Epstein stuff before, you don't lose points because you become interested when a cataclysmic update comes out that suddenly implicates the sitting president of the United States with a world most notorious pedophile. And I actually want to talk about this whole thing. If the Democrats had anything damaging on Trump, why wouldn't they release it? And the answer is the Democrats didn't have anything. The DOJ under Joe Biden had the Epstein files. And I'm old enough to remember way back when presidents didn't instruct the DOJ on what to do or not to do. In fact, any correspondence between a president and an attorney general was once considered a scandal to warrant months of handling. President Bill Clinton wasn't even president anymore, and his meeting with Loretta Lynch was the subject of breathless coverage on right-wing media. But now, Trump effectively instructs Attorney General Pam Bondi on what to do, and because she is an appendage of Trump, she listens, and yet it's crickets from the right. Apparently it's only a scandal when Democrats, even ones who are out of office, do it. But that raises a valid question here. Why didn't Merrick Garland then release those files? Well, his goal in life seemed to be avoiding the optics of politicization. This is a guy who didn't even bother investigating Trump's January 6th incitement until years into Biden's term. And even then, it was through a special counsel. If the moment called for a warrior for blind justice, Merrick Garland was basically my dog on the 4th of July. So clearly, his focus was not offering up any optics of politicization as opposed to just seeing justice done regardless of the subject of his prosecution. He is the wrong man for the moment, one whose lack of decisive leadership will go down in history as leaving us less safe and less prosperous and less democratic. So if you're asking why Merrick Garland didn't release the files, I wish I could tell you Vance then goes on to say that the reason that they weren't released under Biden is because they're filled with left-wing billionaires and left-wing politicians. Here's the difference between the left and the right. If that's true, release the files. Show us. I'm left-wing. If there's any Democrat who did anything wrong, corrupt, or illegal, fuck them. I'm not here to protect a single one of them. Can any Republican say the same thing about any Republicans who are in the files? The Vances of the world think that they're landing some gotcha on the left. We are here not protecting anyone. We want those files released so that we can expose everyone of every political persuasion for what they did. If only Vance and his acolytes weren't such hacks that they could say the same. Vance then says that Trump has demanded full transparency about this. I'm sorry, but what? Trump is literally blocking the files release right now. He's got them in his possession. If he wanted them released, they would be released. There's no one above him who has them in his possession that is blocking their release. It is literally as simple as that. The fact that they weren't released was the result of one thing, that Pam Bondi told Donald Trump he was in the files, which has been publicly reported, and so he's refusing to allow them to see the light of day. That's it. Again, this isn't hard. The gaslighting would almost be comical if it wasn't so pathetic. Vance then suggests that it was the right move for James Comer of the Oversight Committee to send subpoenas to the Clintons. Now, here's what happened. The House Oversight Committee voted to compel the release of the Epstein files. Why? Because even a few Republicans could not handle the pressure of protecting pedophiles, even though Vance himself seems perfectly content to do so. And so those Republicans decided to vote in favor of the motion. But, of course, they couldn't do that without also giving a little treat to Daddy Trump. So they coupled that with a vote to subpoena the Clintons and a bunch of political opponents of Democrats. And to my earlier point, great, if anybody did anything wrong of any political party, they should be held accountable. I'm not in a cult. I'm not here to blindly protect someone because they've got a D next to their name, or because of their political party. So let's not pretend here that this is a legitimate quest for justice. It's a way for Vance and Trump to deflect potentially Trump onto a bunch of Democrats. And that's the point that I discussed with the ranking member of the Oversight Committee, Democrat Robert Garcia. Was this just like so that the Republicans can feel like they have something to bring back to Daddy Trump? Like, we're, okay, yes, we may have compelled the release of these Epstein files for Trump's wishes, but don't worry, because we've also done our part to help perpetuate this bogus theory that, you know, Hillary Clinton, Russiagate. I mean, I legitimately can't even stay on top of what the new scandal is right now. But is this just to feel like they got one also so that they can perpetuate the distraction from the Epstein stuff?
I mean, probably. I mean, I think, look, they create a new conspiracy theory every day. And obviously they're trying to create a new one with the Clintons related to Russia and all these other just bizarre accusations that they like to make. So yes, I'm sure a lot of it is about just creating smoke and mirrors. But they're also trying to hide the fact and dismiss the fact that the scandal here is the cover-up at the White House around the Epstein files. And that's, I think, where the focus needs to be. And while we're pushing for this release, I think we all, certainly Democrats, we've been saying we don't care who's in the files. We don't care how corrupt you are, what political party you are in.
Right, or if they're Democrats, like, we don't care. We're not even for personality.
It's Democrats that if you did harm and you're abusing and causing violence and trafficking, then you need to be exposed. And I think all of us should be united around that.
And one more point. Again, I'm fine with Comer subpoenaing a bunch of Democrats. If they did nothing wrong, they've got nothing to worry about. But if we're really interested in doing a big, wide-ranging investigation to get to the truth of the matter, why not also subpoena Alex Acosta, Trump's first-term labor secretary, who literally struck the sweetheart deal that allowed Epstein to face only one criminal count and then stay out of prison 6 out of 7 days per week? Seems like somebody worth talking to, right? But of course, no subpoena for him because he's linked to Donald Trump. And even though Vance is claiming that they want all of this transparency, apparently that transparency only extends to Democrats. Doesn't extend to any Republicans. Convenient, huh? The reality is that J.D. Vance is well aware that he is gaslighting his own supporters with the help of Maria Bartiromo. But again, it's not about the truth, it is about protecting one man. That's it. Remember, there used to be a time where J.D. Vance himself was clear-eyed about releasing the files.
Everybody in politics has a vice that's much worse than alcoholism. That's the way that I put it. Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
But then again, that was him just saying whatever he had to say to fool the rubes in his base. And now that Trump is in the files, suddenly Vance has no interest in releasing them anymore. It is a protection racket. That's what this MAGA GOP has devolved into. They ran on accountability for the victims of pedophiles, and now they are protecting the pedophiles themselves.
Get your squad to the safe zone. Leave no one behind.
Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to protect their voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of the tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.
You have reinforcements inbound.
People right here, women like her, are a bigger threat to America than Hamas is. Get ready.
I've had it with white people that triple trumped, that have the nerve and the audacity to walk into a Mexican restaurant, a Chinese restaurant, an Indian restaurant, go to perhaps their gay hairdresser. I don't think you should be able to.
What about the Mexicans and the Chinese that voted for Trump? Should they be ashamed to go? Should they also be ashamed?
And if you want to triple Trump, and you want to browbeat DEI, you want to browbeat gay people, and you want to browbeat black people, like you've been doing for 400 years, and you want to browbeat this generation of immigrants, you want to demonize them and call them rapists, all this shit.
This is a big issue I think a lot of these liberal people run into. This is what these parents do. The muddying of the waters between immigrants and illegal aliens in the country. I think they're doing so much damage to illegal immigrants. Races of people are not a collective identity group. They're not monoliths. It's actually the most patronizing form of racism that you can have. Because you're this skin color or because you have this ethnicity or sexuality, then you have to also have all these other viewpoints as well.
I have fucking had it from top to bottom. White people that triple Trump should be banned, boycotted from enjoying the best thing that America has to offer. Get your fat asses out of the Mexican restaurant and get your fat asses over to Cracker Barrel, because nobody wants to see your fucking smug ass, teeny-weeny, pink arm, big gut.
Are you really making fun of the way that people look? I bet she probably had surgery.
Nobody wants to see that shit. No one.
No, this is just another episode of Host Mad. Women like her are a bigger threat to America than Hamas is. Because these people will import millions of people that are murderers and rapists because they think that they're doing a good thing and that they're a good person. Yeah, it's always interesting watching white women talking about who should and shouldn't go to places that belong to other racial groups without asking people of those racial groups. Sorry, Mexicans. Sorry, Chinese. Karen decided that white people can't go to your store anymore. Jesus Christ, what an obnoxious fucking bitch.
Guys, this might come as a shock, but this woman is actually an avid watcher of the second biggest political streamer on Twitch.
These fellows engage in major indoctrination of young minds, and I appreciate it so much.
Allah is doing what Luffy would do. I believe what the Houthis are doing is a good thing. 10 toes fucking down.
I think it's incredible and hopeful what you're doing.
Enemy soldier incoming.
We'll get into it. It is crazy. You haven't heard this stuff yet. We'll show it. I would love to do it. I would definitely do it. For sure. Yeah, he's definitely not going to come back. He's focused on politics. And as any good politics does, he has an
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch your skies.
And his accent scandal, and he sent a picture of his dick. He put it in his dick, and when the captain was working out, he was playing that. I rap that. And the first thing he sent to her was something like, don't rap.
Enemies dropping into the AR.
It was like sending an unsolicited nude. Okay, this is his area then, so I didn't know. I was, oh god. I was
enemy soldier incoming.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be a that's right. Is it a area or after as well? he also there was a 2024 civil court ruling for assault when he was on college of $4.5 million legal costs. So he's not no, he also lost his pocketbook with sponsorship on his you have all the money in the world, also it has a wife.
All stations, we are green to go. Stand by for deployment.
Dee Devlin has been getting cheated on since 2015.
When she's holding down, she's going back and she's still posting
money must be good, I guess.
I'm wondering, I think you can probably go first on it, right? There must be an open on the ground.
Oh, it has to be that. There's so many videos of no way to control it. I mean, yeah, but we still
Resurgence.
Yeah, especially when he's put
Survive to redeploy fallen teammates. Kill to bring them back
What are the
faster.
exact text that you sent in the first There was something like, don't rat, it's all rats in the car. Which is straight up which is, I mean, what is that?
And I feel like people never deserve to get leaked either. If you totally send an unsolicited free picture to a woman, so he I feel like he gets something deserved. You got it.
Enemy UAV is online.
What? It's so good. Look, here's him with pants on. Yeah, I love that one.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy counter UAV inbound. Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done.
Don't be a rat when all rats get caught. It is lifting weights. And it is
enemy counter UAV inbound.
It's almost so light.
Supply box is marked. Secure those locations.
It is pretty Irish looking.
So the first thing I saw was like kill someone so that you can stand in front of
Mark remaining operators from that squad.
Yeah.
Where is it? I don't see it.
Yeah, it's probably hard to find out. But he looked like he had a 2.5 pound weight strapped to his Johnson, and he was doing dick ups, which didn't know you could do, didn't know it was a thing. But I guess it makes sense. Is it he's strengthening cheeky muscles?
I suppose.
He must have strong.
He must have quite a cum shot.
Yeah. He could probably hit the ceiling.
Yeah, he must have he has, ballistic.
Yeah, missile.
Missile season, yeah. So that is really unfortunately involved with harassment.
Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them.
Israeli man by Conor McGregor showing her his penis and saying all rats get caught. How many? Okay, so this is the
enemy counter UAV inbound.
It's just the tip of the iceberg.
One supply box down. 2 remain.
Because there is no chance he's just like on coke and he's like, oh my neck, woo! And he's just like, I'm gonna text this to his next rape. Stay on your fucking base, mate. Pull yourself forward. Stay on your base, mate. That's a little Australian.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. Did you ever
enemy UAV is online.
Before he fought Nate Diaz the first time, his like weird movement shit where he'd like crawl around.
All squad mates are in the safe zone.
Oh my god. That guy.
You're losing ground. Moving.
Yeah. But what did Travis see though?
On which account? Which is the code?
The career of Conor McGregor, just the ego. I don't know. It's like he's such a douche.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah. I mean, I loved him.
I was a big fan of
Stay sharp.
Incessant alcohol and cocaine.
Hedonism?
Yeah. He's on the hedonic treadmill.
The hedonic treadmill.
I'm not answer that.
Is it bad?
No.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
Who is alerting me that the Pokemon that is available to be bought during this concentrated hits each other. Everybody, it's because I
they use the public ID.
Very nice guy right there.
Interesting.
Yeah. So with Connor, I mean, what is he offering?
Enemy counter UAV inbound.
He has all the money.
Enemy UAV overhead. Supply cache locations are resecured. We lost that contract.
But it's not about making
enemy advanced UAV overhead. Hostile UAV in the area.
That's what it seems like life is about.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Yeah. Yeah, and like if you reach the
Enemy
if you reach
UAV
the
is
goal,
online.
I'm not sure philosophically like about that. It seems like that's gonna stop in like where we're at, right?
Yeah, like in absolute water and shelter.
Exactly. Yeah, there's only incentives that exist are tough. Yeah, really, and are real now. It seems like when you reach that goal,
Bounty targets are up. Get after it.
Yeah, like, cause what's he in it for? Cause I was not in it for him, not to fight. Continually embarrassing him. He's not in it.
He's a sexually harassing a very man. He straps weights to his dick and sends pictures of that. You know, what kind of freak shit is that out there?
I've never seen nothing like it.
Me neither.
And I've been porn sessions.
Okay.
The video. Yeah. I've never heard of it. Dropping the weight. When do the weights come to play?
Yeah, what is the point? Is it like the yoni egg thing, or are we trying to like hold the egg in there?
Gotta be some kind of people. So he's just trying to make it so he can hold back ejaculation.
I think he's trying to be like the Peter North of Ireland, the Peter North of Belfast.
Yeah. I'm trying to be like the John Holmes of Texas.
Dude, those are some old school porn references we just brought up.
On a gang. So he goes up after that. What mic would you give the
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done.
What his priority should be.
Think inward. Look inward. I think that's the only option.
All bounty targets destroyed. Hell of a job.
That level of success. What else is there? Aside from hedonism.
Yeah.
Other than just prayer. Spending time with your family, long time. But those things aren't pursuit. That's not a
Your squad made it to the safe zone.
That is the literal
Got gas moving in.
And someone like him,
Only 10 left.
in training mode to win the world championship, he probably pretty hard to not do like
Enemy counter UAV
because what else
inbound.
are you if not a increase your own pursuit?
Yeah.
You know? So I think hedonism, like deconstructing and going
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
spiritual
Hostile UAV in the area.
I feel like if I become very successful, that's probably what I'll have to do. Because I will absolutely lose my mind. If I don't have anything left, either that or I'll just keep taking shit. Yeah. Because if I don't have anything left to do, I will totally go crazy. With too much to do, I'm already going crazy.
Enemy UAV
and I feel like if I
overhead.
didn't have anything to focus on, I would be hanging from a rafter or something.
Hard enough.
For sure.
I mean, yeah, I'm super driven by like helping the people that are having help, and I can't even imagine it. If they were all helped.
Enemy UAV is online.
If you're totally, you got everybody, are you just gonna bask in it? That's bullshit.
What should you do? You should go to rehab though.
Yeah.
You should go to rehab.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't. Yeah.
Supply box secured. Move to the next one.
It is a sin.
How about the Epstein list?
We're gonna do that. I know they
We
want
have to. I think the government. Well, no.
2 supply boxes down. 1 to go. Fire sale is active. 5 station prices are adjusted. Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile UAV in the area. All supply boxes secure. Contract complete. Enemy counter UAV inbound. UAV is bingo fuel. Returning to base. Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close. You're the last one standing, soldier. Survive until your squad can redeploy. Gas is closing in. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy UAV overhead. You have reinforcements inbound.
What?
You don't have tobacco?
Heads up.
No, we have to get some.
Mark you as a bounty target. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Your squad mates back on station. Good work. Hostile UAV in the area. Target down. Marking the rest of them. Your squad is down. Stay alive and bring them back. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy UAV overhead. Insurgents are close. No more second shots.
Fuck you, asshole.
Shake it off. We're headed to the war zone. Gear up and stand by.
Number 8, Operation Acoustic Kitty. Back in the 1960s, the CIA had this brilliant idea. They grabbed an ordinary house cat, performed surgery on it. They shoved a microphone in its ear, planted a radio transmitter inside its skull, threaded an antenna through its burn. This poor cat became a walking, purring spy gadget. After years of planning and $20 million down the drain, it was showtime. The mission seemed simple enough. Release the cat near some Soviet operatives outside their embassy in Washington. Let it wander close and record their conversation. What could go wrong? They opened the van door. The cat stepped out, took one look around, and walked straight in the opposite direction. It wandered off across the park, completely ignoring the mission. The official report actually stated that cats are not very controllable. No kidding. It took $20 million to figure out cats do whatever they want. My grandma could have told them that for free. The cat was eventually recovered. They removed all the spy gear and let it retire from its very brief career in international espionage. Number 7, Project A119. It's 1958. The Soviets just launched Sputnik. A bad place. The response? Let's nuke the moon. That'll show them. This wasn't some drunk idea at a bar. This was an actual government project called A119. The plan was to shoot a nuclear bomb at the moon, make it explode right on the edge with a create a massive flash everyone on Earth would see. Basically, America wanted to fence the Soviets by blowing up part of the moon, kind of like cleaning your ex's car. They even hired Carl Sagan to work on this. Young Carl Sagan, before he became a space guy on TV, was calculating what happened to the moon. The thought they planned to use what was not very across nuclear standards, about 1/10 the size of the ocean output. Still, they were planning to nuke the moon, our moon, the thing that controls our times and looks pretty at night. Then someone with a functioning brain asked the obvious question: the rocket explodes during launch, suddenly nuking ourselves while trying to nuke the moon. Didn't seem so smart. Sorry, folks. We accidentally turned Florida into a crater. Our bad. They quietly killed the Russians in 1959. They decided maybe they should just try landing on the moon instead. Number 6, the Kentucky Moon Channel. Picture this. You're Mrs. Crouch. It's 1876. You're on your porch in Kentucky near Minnesota. Life is good. Then meat starts falling from the sky. Not drops of blood, actual chunks of flesh, some as big as hamburger patties, raining down from a perfectly clear sky. For several minutes, meat just kept falling, covering an area the size of a football field. Mrs. Crouch must have thought the world was ending. Scientists showed up to investigate. They poked at the mystery meat. Their conclusion? It was lung tissue, muscle, and cartilage. A delightful mix of animal parts falling from heaven. But here's where it gets truly disgusting. The most likely explanation is vulture vomit. See, vultures have this charming habit. When they get scared, they puke up everything in their stomach so they can fly away faster. Apparently, an entire flock of vultures got spooked while flying over Kentucky, and like some kind of synchronized puking team, they all barfed at the same time. Their partially digested lunch rained down on poor Mrs. Crouch. The locals did what any reasonable person would do. They tasted it. One guy said it tasted like mutton. Another said venison. Nobody said, hey, maybe we shouldn't eat the sky meat. Number 5. The War of Jenkins' Ear. Captain Robert Jenkins was sailing along minding his own business when Spanish Coast Guards decided to search his ship. One of them looked at Jenkins and thought, that ear, I don't like it, so he cut it off. Now, most people would get medical attention, maybe file a complaint. Not Jenkins. This absolute madman pickled his ear in a jar, like it was a cucumber. He kept that ear for 8 years. 8 years of carrying around your own body part in a jar. Imagine the conversations. What's in the jar, Robert? Oh, just my ear. The Spanish cut it off. Want to see? Finally, in 1738, Jenkins marches into British Parliament. He whips out his jar and shows everyone his crusty 8-year-old ear. Look what the Spanish did to me. Parliament loses their minds. These grown men are passing around a pickled ear like it's show and tell. The British public went absolutely mental. Newspapers printed dramatic stories. Angry mobs filled the streets. All because of one ear floating in brine. So Britain declared war on Spain. Not over territory, not over trade rights, over a pickled ear. The war lasted 20 years. Thousands died. Ships sank. Cities burned. The best part is some historians think Jenkins might have lost his ear in a bar fight. He just blamed the Spanish because it sounded better than, I got drunk and someone cut my ear off. Number 4. The Tanganyika laughter epidemic. January 1962. 3 girls at a boarding school in Tanzania start laughing. Not normal laughing. We're talking painful, uncontrollable, can't breathe laughing.
Spring mine spotted.
Within days, 95 out of 159 students are infected with this laughing plague. They laugh so hard they pass out. Wake up. Start laughing again. Some students are stuck in laughing fits for 16 days straight. 16 days of non-stop laughter? That's not funny anymore. That's torture. The school shuts down because you can't teach math to kids who won't stop cackling. But closing the school makes it worse. The students go home and infect their villages. The laughter spreads like a comedy zombie virus. It hits 14 schools. Over 1,000 people across 100 miles are laughing uncontrollably. Entire villages sound like comedy clubs having seizures. Teachers can't teach. Workers can't work. One girl laughed so hard she couldn't eat for days. Imagine being hungry but physically unable to stop laughing long enough to swallow food. Scientists now think it was mass hysteria. Tanzania had just gained independence. Everyone was stressed about the changes, so their brains just broke. Instead of crying or panicking like normal people, they laughed and laughed and couldn't stop laughing. Number 3. The Great Wyndham Frog War. It's 1754. The people of Wyndham, Connecticut are already paranoid about the French and Indian War. Then, in the dead of night, they hear thousands of blood-curdling screams. The entire town panics. Men grab muskets and knives. Women hide children. Some people are so terrified they run out of their houses without even putting clothes on. They literally forget plants exist because they think they're under attack. All night long, these horrifying screams echo through the darkness. It sounds like an army of demons. People are praying, crying, preparing to die. They're writing goodbye letters by candlelight, while mysterious screams fill the air. Dawn breaks. The brave men of Wyndham march toward the screaming, ready for battle. What do they find? Frogs. Thousands and thousands of frogs. There was a drought. Every pond had dried up except one. So every frog in the area decided to meet at this one pond. It was like amphibian Tinder. But instead of swiping, you just scream as loud as possible. But when thousands of frogs do this at once, it sounds like the gates of hell opening. By morning, the pond was full of dead frogs who had literally croaked themselves to death. They screamed so hard they died. Now, most towns would be embarrassed about almost declaring war on frogs. Not Wyndham.
These legends put a frog on their town seal and money. They also built a bridge with giant bronze frogs. They embraced the story and made it their brand. Number 2, the Great Stink of London. Summer of 1858. London's River Thames has turned into the world's largest toilet. For decades, every bit of human waste, dead animals, and industrial sludge went straight into the river. Then came the heat wave. All that waste started cooking in the summer heat. Imagine leaving a garbage bag full of rotting meat in your car during August. Now multiply that smell by about 1 million. That's what London was breathing. The smell was so bad, Parliament couldn't function. These fancy politicians were gagging during meetings. They soaked curtains in lime to block the smell. It didn't work. They lit incense. Didn't work. Some members actually fainted from the stench. They seriously considered moving the entire government to another city. Nothing motivates politicians quite like the smell of poor people's poop wafting through their windows. People crossing London Bridge would hold handkerchiefs to their faces and sprint. Shops closed because customers wouldn't come in. Even Queen Victoria canceled a boat trip because the smell made her royal stomach turn. Finally, Parliament threw money at the problem. They hired Joseph Bazalgette to build a sewer system. This absolute hero constructed 82 miles of tunnels to carry the waste away. He saved London from drowning in its own filth, and those sewers still work today. Number 1, the Great Canadian Maple Syrup Heist. Someone pulls off the most Canadian crime in history. They steal 3,000 tons of maple syrup from Quebec's Strategic Maple Syrup Reserve. Yes, Canada has a strategic syrup reserve. It's like Fort Knox for pancake toppings. Anyways, the thieves didn't just grab a few bottles and run. This was an Ocean's 11 level operation. Over several months, they snuck into the warehouse and slowly drained barrels of syrup. Then they refilled them with water. Each barrel weighed 600 pounds. These criminals moved 9,500 barrels. That's millions of pounds of syrup. Imagine the logistics, the trucks, the storage, the sticky fingers. The security was exactly what you'd expect from Canadians. One guard, no cameras, probably a sign saying, "Please don't steal our syrup, eh?" The heist went unnoticed for months. Then one day, an inspector doing a routine check noticed something off. Maybe the syrup tasted weird. Maybe it was too thin. Suddenly he realizes he's not tasting syrup. He's tasting warehouse water. The investigation uncovered massive syrup smuggling. The stolen syrup is worth $18 million. It's the largest agricultural heist in history. They sold their liquid cluster laws in Brunswick. So somewhere out there, some Americans are still probably eating contraband Canadian syrup on their waffles. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.
Enemy soldier incoming. Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone. Stay alive to keep the squad.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian McCullough, and today I want to take a minute to talk about a funky loophole in the NFA that the folks at Shockwave were able to figure out and take advantage of to turn into a significant marketing opportunity, because Shockwave sells what sure looks like a short-barreled shotgun, but it is not subject to the provisions of the NFA, doesn't require a stamp, doesn't require a transfer tax. So how does that work? I did a video yesterday on the H&R handgun, and which was a smoothbore single-shot pistol on the market in the 1920s and 30s that was essentially killed off by the NFA because it became defined as an any other weapon, subject to transfer tax, background check, registration, all that stuff. And I got a lot of comments in that video to the effect of, you can go buy a Rossi Brawler, and it's the same thing, but it's not NFA regulated. So clearly, I think there are a lot of people who don't understand the difference between these two, and it's a perfect subject for a video. So, let's start with the shotguns, because those are the most common things out there, and they're actually more practical guns. The Rossi Brawler, the H&R Handygun are really kind of, they're very niche guns that don't have a lot of really good practical purpose. I'm going to start here by pulling up the specific exact text of the NFA so we can explain how this thing does not qualify. So, according to the NFA, the term shotgun means a weapon designed or redesigned, made or remade, and intended to be fired from the shoulder, important, and designed or redesigned and made or remade to use the energy of the explosive in a fixed shotgun shell to fire through a smooth bore, either a number of projectiles, all shot, or a single projectile for each pull of the trigger, and shall include any weapon which may be readily restored to fire a fixed shotgun shell. So, if we get rid of some of the funky language, what we're essentially talking about is that a shotgun is a smoothbore weapon that fires shotgun shells from the shoulder, or is intended to be fired from the shoulder. Now, any other weapon is a category that was put into the NFA essentially to close loopholes. The NFA originally also had a section prohibiting handguns, and so they needed some way to be able to include this, lest someone be able to take a shotgun, which is legal, and just cut the barrel down really short and say, this isn't a prohibited pistol, this is a shotgun, and therefore it's not subject to law. So that's why we have, short-barreled rifle, short-barreled shotgun, and any other weapon included in the NFA. A short-barreled shotgun, by the way, is a shotgun, as we've just defined it, that has a barrel less than 18 inches or an overall length less than 26 inches. That's pretty straightforward. It's a shotgun with a short barrel. Now, in any other weapon, which this is a registered any other weapon, super shorty, that is defined in the NFA as, quote, the term any other weapon means any weapon or device capable of being concealed on the person, and from which a shot can be discharged through the energy of an explosive, a pistol, or revolver, having a barrel with a smooth bore, designed or redesigned to fire a fixed shotgun shell, weapons with combination... Okay, I'm going to interrupt for a minute. There's this, like, half this definition covers combo guns, where you've got a rifle barrel and a shotgun barrel in an over-under configuration. They're any other weapons because if you cut one down, they didn't want it to be registered as both an SBR and an SB.
Loadout drop headed your way. You're getting another chance. Weapons free. Enemy soldier incoming. Squad mates back on station. Good work. operators from that squad. Hunt them down. Track of the bounty target. Contract failed. Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done. Enemy counter UAV inbound. Be advised, you still have squad mates outside the safe zone. You have reinforcements inbound. Squad mate is redeployed. Well done. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. Stand by for redeployment. Enemy UAV is online. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV is online. Insurgents is about to end. Make it count. Time for vengeance. You're redeploying. All squad mates are in the safe zone. Gas is inbound. Enemy UAV overhead. 10 remain. You're almost done here. We've got 10 squads active in the field. An enemy squad is hunting you. Stay sharp. Fire sale's over. Just in pricing. Squad mates back on station. Good work. Get ready. You're redeploying. Crates to restock. Advise you to load up now. The enemy is no longer tracking you. You lost them.